Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Light Talk, where we discuss trends in the optics industry with some of the best in the business. I'm your host, Scott Bass, Senior Director of Global Marketing for Edmund Optics, here with someone who is not only very technical, but probably one of the most passionate and enthusiastic people I've ever met. I'm here with Angi Compatangelo, Technical Marketing Manager for Edmund Optics based in the UK. Hi, Angi. How are you today?
Hi, Scott. I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. Thanks for asking. So Angi has been involved in our laser optics business for some time now. In fact, she recently had an article published on skincare and how laser optics enable related applications. And I found this very intriguing because when I think about laser optics, I tend to think more about advancements in future and life-changing applications such as communications, manufacturing, and things like that. But not everything has to be at that level. There are so many applications out there that might not be as impressive sounding, but very important in other ways, like day-to-day happiness and health. And what more of a day-to-day impact for us humans than skin, right? So Angi, let's start by summarizing this very interesting article you wrote. Please tell us about it.
Okay, yeah, sure. So essentially the article was really looking at some skincare procedures like tattoo removal and skin rejuvenation and their reliance on lasers, and in particular static lasers. So for example, in tattoo removal, you're breaking down ink molecules that are too big to be absorbed by the immune system using a laser light. And then in skin rejuvenation, you have procedures like laser ablation, where you're actually using some structured laser light to sort of zap the skin to stimulate the collagen to sort of fill in wrinkles and thus rejuvenate the skin.
Amazing. Thanks for that summary. So what are some of the latest technologies you are seeing in these areas?
So for example, I think light microscopy and things like electron microscopy are commonly used to analyze skin sample and see how much, say, sebum your skin is producing or lipids you have within your skin. You can also look at the visualization of damaged proteins on the skin. And for example, differences in skin appearance before and after you've applied a specific sort of cream or cosmetic. You also have things like moisture mapping, where you're basically assessing how moisturized your skin is or how many wrinkles, what your wrinkles look like, what the difference is. And also you have techniques that are sort of being used to look at the effectiveness of sort of the ingredients that are going into your skincare product, let's say, or cosmetic.
Fascinating, really. So I get it. Okay, so wrinkles, moisturizing, tattoo removal, all great, all important. I would love for, in the future for treatments for my skin to make me look younger. But now to focus
not that you need it.
Thank you, Angi, please. But now to focus on the life-saving applications. So tell me about some of the latest technology when it comes to, I guess, diagnostics specifically.
Yeah, so actually, a few of these technologies between skincare and specifically medical diagnostics overlap. So for example, we discussed about the confocal microscopy, sort of looking at the skin and looking at the surface of the skin. This is also used in sort of cancer diagnosis and melanoma diagnosis. So actually confocal microscopy, because it's so precise and you get such a clear image, it can be used to detect things like melanoma better than the human eye can see. So it's used for real precision, kind of so that you're not, looking at a skin lesion and thinking, oh, is this actually a melanoma? Is this not? So it kind of helps to reduce that error bar, let's say.
So where do we go from here? What are some future trends to expect?
So I think this pretty funky named technique 3 disco is using fluorescence and laser scanning confocal microscopy to actually do sort of 3D reconstruction of the skin to test basically the effectiveness of a particular ingredient or whatever within the skin. So like a hydrating cream. And also another thing that is very trendy at the minute is blue light. So of course, within our daily lives, we are using a lot of blue light devices, a laptop, a smartphone, tablet, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But it turns out that blue light can actually cause photoaging effects on the skin. So we don't want that.
Yeah. So not only does it keeps you up at night, that light, but which probably impacts your skin condition too. But you're saying the light itself will do damage as well.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Great.
So one would envision that the next thing to be tackled by companies like that is blue light. I mean, we already have blue light filtering glasses and things like that.
Yes.
Specifically. So I think that's going to be sort of like an interesting next step. And then from the diagnostic perspective as well, optical sort of non-invasive optical diagnostic sort of devices are much better than having to take biopsies, etc. They're non-invasive, so they could be cheaper, they could be faster. So I think as we kind of go on, I'd think that we should see more and more of this kind of non-invasive optical technology being involved in this sector as well.
Great. Well, thank you, Angie. Very informative, very interesting. I enjoyed the conversation and just continue to be amazed with the endless applications around optics. Hopefully, some of what you just said spurred innovation for someone somewhere, which ultimately results in some other amazing applications in the future. So now if you are looking for more insightful technical content like this, I encourage you to check out our Knowledge Center on the website, which archives thousands of pieces of technical content from articles, white papers, webinars, videos, and so much more. And I promise it's not a plug just for our Knowledge Center. In fact, the content is free. We just believe that sharing knowledge benefits us all, regardless of where you get your content from. So keep up the innovation. And Angie, thank you again. Did you enjoy the conversation?
I did. It was very good. And I like talking about this topic.
Like talking about skin. I mean,
interesting.
It's relatable for us all. And that's what's great about it. So thank you for kind of demystifying it and explaining the roles optics play in skincare. I mean, how can you not like talking about optics and skin, right? I mean,
I know, right?
Great conversation. All right. Well, that wraps up our latest episode of Light Talk. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you next time.